Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live on National Missing Persons Day. We are here for Missing America and Dylan's Legacy, and we're going to start off with a prayer for the missing. Terry Cook from our team is going to lead us in prayer. Okay, Terry.
Our dear, kind, most gracious Heavenly Father, we are grateful to gather here tonight to go over and to advocate for missing people and their families. We pray that Thou will be with us, that we'll have Thy guidance, that we'll be able to help those that are in need of help, that they will know of our love and concern for them and our support for them. We're grateful for all that Thou blesses us with each day, and say these things humbly in the name of Thy Son, Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Terry. So we're here. Everybody knows Candace.
A lot of people don't know Terry, but yeah, he's become an amazing part of our.
Yeah, my sound quality on my end is horrible. I can't hear hardly anything that's going on.
Well,
I can hear you okay.
Yeah, either way. Terry's became great advocate with us in Missing in America Network.
I'm in my truck, so I'm going to go up, maybe see if I can move and get a little bit better signal, and we'll see what we can come up with, but I just can't hear anything you guys are saying.
Okay. All right. Get back with us. All right. Well, maybe he'll come back.
Okay. Well. So just for those of you who do watch, Terry actually got involved with our organizations when I got involved. When Dylan went missing, he was a family neighbor, and it just kind of all fell together. And he's turned into a very good advocate. Helps us a lot. So we are so happy he has decided to join our team. So it's great. But, unfortunately, today's a day we wish we didn't have to have a National Missing Day of, right? Who wants to go live and acknowledge all the people missing across the country? But it does help bring some awareness and help some people realize what's truly going on and how many missing people there are. So with Missing in America Network and Dylan's Legacy, there's some stuff we've been working on, some cases we've been helping with, some families that have truly become, they're just so important to us, and helping them get some sort of resolution is of the utmost importance to us. And so we want to take a little bit of time and spotlight it and show some of these cases and make people realize, we still need to be paying attention. It might be 2 years, it might be 9 months, some of them are 4 years, but in every case, somebody knows something. So let's just work on getting the awareness out to the right person who has seen something, knows something. We do that with Missing in America Network. Dylan's Legacy comes in behind, boots on the ground, and we just go try to get these people some peace of mind to bring their loved ones home.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, you take it, Jazz.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about awareness, because that is how people are going to get found. They're going to get found by someone who saw something and them speaking up. And so we're just going to do what we do on every other day of the year, and we're going to share some flyers, and we're going to talk about some people that are missing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our website, and we're just going to go through a couple of cases, and I'm just going to show how on the missingamericannetwork.org on the website, you can see all of our current flyers. And from there, you can look and see and save them. So is my sound okay, Candace? Because I'm getting a little bit of feedback. It is? Okay.
Yeah, just back up from your mic a little bit, I think. And everybody in the chat, there's not a lot of you, but Mind of Monsters and Ella, thank you guys for being here. We'll keep recirculating the video. This is not for our benefit. This is for the benefit of the families we support.
So if you go onto our website, we have a page that is current flyers, and it starts out with the missing in 2025. Now, happily, Zoe was found today. I just haven't had a chance to update that. But we do have Phoebe McGee, still missing in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And so if you're in that area, please keep an eye out for her. And she has her dog with her. There's a picture of her dog right there on the flyer. But then if you scroll down, you can see the people that we've worked with in the last year in 2024, and they still have a missing person. You can scroll through all of them. Cassandra Dominguez, she's missing here in Phoenix. We have a big team working on trying to find her. She's in a dangerous area town. She really needs somebody to spot her and call into the police so we can find her. Let's see. Mason Robertson, missing out of Alaska. He's been missing for a long time. He went missing in May of 2024. I'm going to check with Terry and see if he can come back on.
Okay.
How you doing, Terry?
I'm still only getting about every third word you're saying.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, wave to me when you're ready to come back up.
I will. I'm going to just keep moving and see if I can get better service. I don't understand why I don't have good service, but I am on my phone, so
Yeah.
it's the best we can.
Okay. Just wave to me when you're ready.
Okay.
I don't want him to want to say something and be, back there where he can't. Anyways, back to Mason. Mason's been missing for a long time. He's been missing since May, and there has been absolutely zero sightings of him since he went missing. And his family doesn't know if he's still in Alaska, if he came over to the rest of the United States, or where he is. But his family is really eager to find him and let them know how much they care about him.
Yeah, and so I want to say something about Mason's case. I'm always in contact with his mom, Marty. Danny is. We do a lot more than awareness. We do a lot of correspondence with families. I've had Mason's family call and bounce ideas off of me, what they think can be the next move in law enforcement, where it's the type of stuff I've been through. We do a lot of different things. I mean, the flyers are beginning, and then we just build with these families and we stand behind them. We don't just put out a flyer and then we're done. We become friends with these families. We are very heavily invested in the cases we help with. It takes a lot.
Yeah, that is true. It's a daily thing. Some families need help every single day. They need to know what step is next and how to do certain things and what resources are out there. And so we're there for whatever they need. If they need us to call hospitals, if they need us to call jails, if they need us to go out and look in the community and hang flyers, we do it all. Have another missing team from Arizona, Sean. This is the second time that he's been missing in the last year. And so we're hoping that he will turn up like he did last time. But if anybody in the Phoenix area sees Sean, please give us a call or give law enforcement a call. Let Candace talk about Brian.
Yeah, so Brian's a case that we were actually called in by law enforcement directly. It's another one in Lane County, Oregon, like Michael Bryson, Shane Springer, many were working on up there. This is a known homicide case, and it is a case we strongly feel that there's more people who know. And so that's why Dylan's Legacy put up the reward. The second week in January, we took some canines up there. We spent 4 days up there searching the Blackberry Brambles area. It was pretty intense. It was amazing, though. I got to meet with Tina and Parrish, Michael Bryson's parents. We got to have dinner. They got to meet the team that's going to come out this spring to search. And they have some amazing detectives up there. I was very impressed with both of them. The problem of it being is they don't have the resources, and the police departments have been defunded. So, we went up there, and this time we only went with one handler, and it's still $3,000 for 4 days. You add up flights, you add up Airbnbs, tuna fish sandwiches, whatever we pack. But this case is very solvable, I believe. We just need to get somebody to talk. The family wants some peace for this, and they're a very private family, and we respect that, and that's kind of why we took the lead in it after 10 months. So you'll be hearing more about this one.
See, they tell me it is me having the feedback. I'm going to try to fix it. Thank you, Watcher. I appreciate it. No, I don't. Mind of Monsters. I don't have it. I do not have it playing, but I do have a new mic, so that could be it. And I thought it was work. Is it still? Are you getting feedback still? Yeah, I hear it. All right. I'm going to switch slides and I'm going to try to fix that. Let's see. Let's go. let's do Bailey.
Yeah, let's do Bailey. So a lot of people are familiar with this case. Tiff, I see you're here in the chat. So Humboldt County, it's another lack of law enforcement help, and not always because of them, but because of funding and stuff. We know where Bailey was last at. We know the text messages she sent out saying there was some craziness. We know something happened to Bailey. We need somebody to give us some idea. Bailey is also on our tentative search plan for the summer. We're looking for anybody to come forward with something. A lot of misbelief about canines. As you take a canine out and you run them far apart, you need to be, when we're talking about a year or 2-year-old cases, we need to be running canines within 15 feet. Your grid's got to be tight, and that's even a little pushing it. So we have been pushing for Bailey. We put out the reward to try to get Tyler back in custody, which unfortunately didn't work out the way we wanted. But as far as the family, they know I still stay in touch with them. We're here. We have tentative search plans. And we just need some information. We need the public to share and stand up and pay attention, because you just don't do something to somebody and not tell them. It is so uncommon. Somebody knows something, and that's what we desperately plead through awareness. Please just tell us. You can remain anonymous. It's something where we can go investigate it ourselves. If the police don't want to listen, you don't have to go to the police. You can go to Missing in America Network, the hotline. We just know people know something about these cases, and we need to bring these families some resolution. They need to be able to have a good night's sleep after years of missing their loved ones.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I went back to my old microphone, so hopefully that feedback is gone.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So let's see. I want to talk about, I have 2 cases in Florida that are very near and dear to my heart. So I'm just going to talk about them for a minute. So this is Tanya Whip. Yes. Tanya had been missing for a very long time. So her last contact with her family was in May of 2023, and she has still not been found. It is believed that she's probably no longer alive, and there is somebody in custody not for charges in her disappearance, but charges relating to it. And so we are very hopeful that at some point she will be found and her family can bring her home and they can get the answers that they need. But I spent a lot of time doing awareness for Tanya's family a couple of years ago, and it's still very near and dear to my heart that she still has not been found. And somebody knows something in that town, and they just need to come forward. They need to call our hotline. They need to call the Auburndale Police Department, or We Are Essential Search Team. They need to call somebody, whoever they want to, and they need to give that tip of where Tanya is, because her family deserves to find her. And then the other one in Florida, I have it here. I might not. Yep, here she is. Nicole Baldwin. So she went missing shortly after that. So in November of 2023, she went missing in Florida. And she, let me see if there's a date on here. So she was in Mount Dora, and there have been a lot of searches done for Nicole in that community, and she still has not been found. I know that somebody had some charges and was arrested, not for her disappearance, but having to do with other things surrounding her disappearance again. But I want her family, her daughter, her dear daughter, she has 3 children, to get some resolution, to get some answers. And she hasn't been found. And again, somebody knows something, somebody saw something. And so if you know anything to help find Nicole Baldwin and bring her home to her family, please speak up.
Yeah, and there's something I want to add to that, Jazz.
Sure.
So when we talk about that, so here's 2 cases that somebody's arrested on that, they have something to do with it, but that's not their arrest, what they're arrested for. The Blunt family, they know this, they know how this goes. So let's talk about just for a minute now that we finally got a conviction. So James Brenner was arrested June 10th. And then released, and then he was arrested again on June 20th, and he was going to make bail again, and luckily things shifted. But he sat in jail for 9 months before any evidence was ever gathered to be able to charge him in my son's homicide. So a lot of times, if you're not in a catch and release state, which Utah is not, they will hold these guys, and they will wait to try to gain more evidence. And so it's almost like you need a bigger awareness push when somebody is held in jail, even though they're not charged, but they know it's related and they're doing the best they can hold them, because that if one person knows, 2 people know. If 2 people know, 3 people, like it is a really important time to push when you have somebody behind bars that they say, we think they had something to do with this, but we can't charge them with it, but we can hold them on this gun charge or this drug charge or whatever it might be. So just because somebody's behind bars that they think has something to do with it, that does not mean we stop with the awareness, because that's what can bring, the turtle out of his shell that might know something. So I just want people to keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with everything you said. Let's see here. Oh, let's go down to 2022. There's a couple in here. I'm going to let you do Alex. Let me go back to them. There you go.
Oh, okay. So Alex Easterling, his mom is phenomenal. She became a good ally of mine. There was evidence in Alex's case. It's been county issues, cross counties, jurisdictional issues, which I know so many of us with missing loved ones have fought. Alex, his family has fought so hard for him. Ashley and her dad have they have just fought amazing for him, and we are not ever giving up. He's going to be found. We know the person who did it's still there. There's some pretty good ideas of who it may be, and we're just waiting for some more to come in. And so while that happens, we just keep pushing it. Just keep pushing it forward.
Yeah. I just had to fix
I agree
something
with
on
you,
the-
Watcher. I can't comment because I didn't log in or it'll kick me off. So I'll just answer him.
You can't comment from the same page. That's what I'm doing. You can't do that?
No, because I didn't log into my Google,
Okay.
because you know how I feel about Google, so I can just answer him. I can see him.
Yeah, there's a lot of these that have been missing for a few years, and there's been a lot of awareness, but still somebody knows something. Somebody can help get these families the answers that they deserve.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see. Let's switch over to Aiden. Aiden's been missing for quite a while.
Aiden went missing the April of 2022.
Right.
Yeah. Right
And
before Dylan. There's been extensive searches for Aiden. I will tell the public one thing. I got personally involved with the Elko Sheriff's Department with Dylan, and I know his mom, Amy. The Elko Sheriff's Department, if you could clone a sheriff's department, I would take them. They have the resources, they have the training. There's some pretty, and they're just kind of a straightforward, no BS department. I know Amy's planning another search here soon. I know that Dylan's father, Justin, went out on one, left a search for Dylan and went out there. always in the background supporting her. She's done an amazing job rallying for her son, and she's not giving up, and nobody is. So it's one of those tough ones, and people don't understand what the terrain is out like in Nevada like that. You think that desert's easy to search it, and it's horrific. It's terrible. So they're fighting an uphill battle, but I have no doubt Amy's going to get it done. No doubt whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be great if he could be found and he could come home. It would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's see. See who else is in here. Let me go down to 2021. There's a few in 2021 that it just breaks my heart. We're going on 4 years for these people. Elena Roy out of California. I know you've talked to her family, Candace, and her daughter just wants to bring her home and just wants some answers. And Elena deserves to be found. And if anybody saw anything in Fallbrook, California, please come forward. And then we have Candace Harris in Salt Lake City. Have you talked to her family?
I did, yeah. I haven't for a while, but yeah, I did in the beginning. And this one, I mean, these vanishing cases are just so bizarre to me. It's just they vanish. How does somebody not see anybody? It's just, to me, it's the craziest thing. Yeah, I haven't. In fact, I should probably check up on them, see how they're doing.
Yeah, I've talked to them a few times, and they just want answers. Somebody knows something, and that's what they say. Somebody knows something, and it just takes somebody coming forward. If you know something, give the family some peace, please.
Yeah, and especially where you can remain anonymous, like it does. I mean, if we got a tip, just anything, we would follow up. If it sounds crazy, it doesn't matter. We'd figure out a way to follow up.
Yeah, there are a lot of similarities, Watcher. There really are. That's a good point. I'm going to go to another case that is, why are all these Florida cases? I maybe need to move there. These Florida cases mean a lot to me. Vladek Castle, he has been missing for a long time, and there is a group of advocates. I think Mind of Monsters. Don't you do work for Vladek's family? There's a group of advocates that are really trying hard to get some answers for his family. They're the most kindest people I've ever met, and again, it's probably just going to take. Did somebody see him? Does somebody know where he is? People just don't disappear. He's out there somewhere. No. Yeah. He's just got the best family, and I hope for some resolution for them this year. I hope 2025 is the year they get their answers. Yeah. So I was wondering, so we have a video. I was thinking maybe, Candace, we could show the video and then we could come back and talk afterwards. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about Michael and Shane and Tyler real quick, just because those are in the video, to kind of bring everybody up to.
Go ahead. I'll look for them.
Okay. So, everybody knows we were going to go out this fall and do a search for Shane Springer and Michael Bryson. Now, in Michael's case, his Crocs and his hat were found. In Shane's case, unfortunately, part of his arm was found, which you would think would strike law enforcement to say, hey, we need to do more in this river. But unfortunately, when it's enough to declare a person deceased, that's sometimes all law enforcement needs, and they're done. Now, that's not saying anything about Lane County, because they are welcoming us in, they're appreciating the help, and they want to help the families get more closure. But we were able to go up when we were on Brian's case the second week in January, and Tina and Parrish took us up to see where Michael went missing, showed us everything. We were able to get a grip of the terrain we're going to be up against this spring. I think I'm going to hang back with Tina because I have a bad knee, and I don't think I'm going to be accompanying on that search. But we want people to know that we did announce that. It was just torrential rain, so we had to push back. Their families have become so close to me. we talk all the time. Sometimes we text each other, I'm having a bad day, or vice versa. But these two cases, I think we stand a good chance. I want people to keep sharing the awareness, because I do not believe these are ones that should be as cold as they are, for lack of better words. I think stuff should have been found and it was missed, and so we want to go in and try to pick up the pieces. Tyler Goodrich, missing from Nebraska since November 3rd of 2023. We have some searches planned for him. I'm in contact with the sheriff's office there, the Parks and Rec, the family, the friends, everybody. So we have some really big things coming up. And when we do this through Dylan's Legacy, this is all with the sheriff's office. If people go back and look at what I posted on Brian's search, I mean, the detectives are right beside us. So we don't go out there with having A, all the maps, B, all the information, and see the sheriffs there beside us, whether it's a deputy, a detective, sometimes it's a sheriff. They're very professionally done. They're handled very correctly with professional resources. So we do not re-victimize these families, because that is the most important thing to us. We provide them with proper search resources that stand the best chance. And so I just, as so many of you work with missing people's families, trying to help with cases, I really want people to keep that in mind. When you bring in a canine team, when you bring in a PI, when you bring in awareness people, please, please, please make sure it's in the best interest of the family, because if you've never been there, you don't realize what that does to us. When somebody comes in and promises they can do something, says they're going to do something, they can't do it, they don't do it, they exploit you. It's horrific. So I just want everybody to keep that in mind. And you can always come to me if you have a case and want to know if there's a resource from cellular forensics. I'm certified in that now, to everything. I'd be more than happy to help vet. Yes, vet them through. Make sure they are what they say they are. It's okay. That was my vet for the night. Did you mute yourself, Jazz?
I did. Sorry. Are we ready for the? Oh wait, Terry. Terry is back. He might be ready. Wait 1 second. Let's check in with Terry. Terry is amazing. We love him. Okay. Let's see if I'm going to put him on and let's see how he's doing.
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Hey, Terry.
I had a work commitment real quick and I left out of there. Thought I would be able to just do this over the phone. Anyway, got home, and so I apologize.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right, Terry. We were just talking about some cases, and Terry is a case manager with us, and he works with families. He deals with mostly people in Utah that are around where he lives, and he's been with us for a long time. Yeah. Do you have anything to say about National Missing Persons Day, Terry?
Well, first of all, I have to just say that it's an honor to be able to work with Missing America. These are both phenomenal organizations. I'm personal friends with Dylan and his parents before he went missing, and we continue to be friends. Mm-hmm. And because of that, now I'm personal friends with Jazz and with our great team. And I just can't say enough good about what our two organizations, our teams. As far as National Missing Persons Day, I hope that we can all take time to become more aware of those that are missing, and that we can learn more. Just take 5 minutes and learn a few things about some of these missing people, and I promise you that if you do that, they will become like family to you. Like a lot of these people go missing that have been involved with, they become our family. And I love them. We've worked with several here, a few in Idaho and across. Do as much as I can. I hold down a full-time job and a business, and like a lot of other people do. So I'm not able to spend as much, or I should say invest as much time as I would like to. But oh well, we just do the best and bless the rest and call it a day at the end. So, but that's where I'm at, and I love advocating for the missing and their families. And it's been an awesome road. It has its ups and downs, but I love it.
Yeah, it's important work. The families, it just happened to a family yesterday. A 15-year-old girl went missing in Phoenix, well, outside of Phoenix, and the police department said, we'll take the report, but we're not going to look for her. She's a runaway. And families, they don't have anywhere else to turn. And so they need all of us. They need all the advocates across the country to stand up for them and to help them and show them the way and help bring their missing person home. So I think I'm going to start.
And let's hang on. I'm going to say one thing before you start. Sorry, interrupted you.
Sorry.
No, I just want. There was a case that I reached out to a family from Idaho, missing adult in Phoenix. Well, we tracked him to Phoenix, but
right.
He left on December 23rd. When did we get involved, Jazz? Like January 7th or something? Yeah, it's right when I was going to Oregon. But anyways, we did a whole bunch of awareness, and we did a pile, and it was 30 hours, and we had located him safely after his family trying so hard and doing it on their own Facebook page and trying to locate their brother. And it was literally 30 hours, and the cops pulled in the parking lot, had his van, and they knew he was safe. That's awareness.
Yeah, it was amazing. There were people all over the area that were saying, "Oh,
everywhere.
I saw that van there," and it was pretty amazing how the community came together and got his family in mind. Yeah,
and we had law enforcement helping us. So then Jazz is driving. He was literally in her backyard, like when you consider Mesa. He was 2 miles from your house. So I'm telling Jazz, well, his license plate was red here. So she's driving around, and I'm on the phone relaying where the license plate readers have him. It was pretty amazing. It was good, and his family knows he's safe now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, definitely, Mind of Monsters. We are stronger together. It takes all of us. I said this a couple days ago, that all of us across the country who do this work, who advocate, even if it's a couple hours a week or a couple hours a month, we're the ones that really make a difference to these families. And there's no way that Candace and I could do it all on our own. So all of the different organizations that work together, we all need to work together even more so, because we're all needed. We're all very valuable. Yeah. So, all right. Are we ready for the video?
Ready. Yep.
All right. Let's get this started. I think I'm going to. So if let me see what happens if I play this.
Terry, you just looked like you were on a roller coaster.
Flipped my video better.
All right, they're telling me that they can't hear it, so I got to figure out what I did wrong. Be patient with me. All right, I'm going to try again. Let me know if you can hear it, please, in the chat.
Our son, Jarrett Brooks, walked away from home July 4th, 2023. He was 16 years old at the time. There have been a couple of confirmed sightings of him that morning, about 30 minutes after he left the house, approximately a mile from the house, on a road that leads nowhere except to the dump. Those sightings are not 100% confirmed by the sheriff's office, but we know it was him. Since then, there have been no sightings of him. He did turn 18 less than a month ago, and in just a couple of days, it'll have been 18 months since he left. We are working very closely with law enforcement, different agencies, many organizations, doing our best to bring awareness to the country that our son is missing, and after 18 months, he could be anywhere. We know somebody out there knows something, and they just need to get a hold of someone and share their story and help us find our son.
We're pleading. If you know something, please say something. Tell somebody. It's the only hope we have.
Jarrett, if you happen to be listening to this, get word to family, any of us. We understand that you might not want to come home. We are here to help you no matter what help you may need. Feel free to reach out to either of us, the Navajo County Sheriff's Office, your local law enforcement. It doesn't matter. Reach out to the Missing in America Network, anybody that can get word back.
My name is Dana, and my brother Luis Vargas went missing from Las Vegas on September 4th, 2024. There's been no sightings of him, no hint of him at all since then. This isn't someone who just took off. All his stuff was left at the apartment he was staying at with roommates, besides his phone, of course. It's just like he left with intentions to come back and something happened. There are no leads at this point in time. He didn't have a car, didn't have a girlfriend, he didn't have money, so it's not really like he could have really taken off. His phone, there's been no cellular activity on his phone since September 3rd, and there's been no text on his phone since September 2nd. There's also been no login to his Facebook, anything like that, no internet usage, anything from the phone. So I'm very concerned. My whole family's concerned. I hope we find him. I hope he's okay. I worry, but I hope we find him.
Hello, my name is Amy Redline. My son, Jared McCulloch, was born May 24th, 1990 at 2:25 a.m. He was 7 pounds and 11 ounces and 21 inches long. On November the 5th, 2023, Jared disappeared. He's 5'9", about 180 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. His last confirmed video sighting was in Carmi, Illinois, around 8:59 a.m. His last confirmed witness sighting was in St. Francisville, Illinois, between 11 and noon on that same day. It's been over 400 days now, and this has been a constant battle for us to try to aid in the search for Jared just so we can bring him home, whether it's pulling cell phone records, getting media attention, getting search groups, you name it. We have jurisdictional issues due to the fact that Jared's Truck was found in Indiana along with his dogs, so it crosses state lines. I honestly feel that every missing person's face needs to be handed to every police officer in their district, whether it's local, city, state, county, and the same with the news media. You can't find what you don't know that you're looking for. We need help. We need help to bring Jared home. We need help to bring all the missing people home. I remember the first day I held Jared, the first time I heard him cry. I need to bring him home. If I can't hold him again, we'll cross that Cannonball Bridge when we get to it. But at least help us to bring him home. My New Year's resolution this year is going to be to bring Jared at home, whatever it takes. You may have just a little bit of information. You may think it doesn't amount to anything, but it might be something of importance. Please, if you can, give Detective Carr a call at area code 812-882-7660, or we have a family tip line set up at area code 618-367-1828. I appreciate any help and anything that you can do to help us bring Jared home. Thank you.
My name is Marty Romero. I'm Mason Robertson's mom. Mason left our home in Anchorage, Alaska on May 18th of this year. He was 16 years old. We have had no communication with him, and there have been no confirmed sightings. As you can imagine, we are beyond worried at this point. We have had amazing support from the Missing in America Network, who helped us from the very beginning recognize the importance of community awareness. As a very private family, that was difficult for us, but we realized we needed to keep getting Mason's face out there, keep getting his story out there, and they have been tremendous in helping us do that, and we thank them for that. Our citizens across this great state of Alaska have been amazing also in helping us continue to get Mason's story out there, to get his face out there. They share posts all the time. They're looking for him. They are listening for him, and they're sharing flyers across this great state of Alaska. And again, we are eternally grateful to the citizens of this state. Mason, if you are looking at this video or listening to it, please, Mason, reach out to Dad, Aspen, and I, and let us know that you're okay. We realize that at this point, you may not want to come back home, and we would just like to be able to help you in any way that we can. Please reach out and let us know that you're okay. We just love you and we miss you so much.
I'm Misty. I'm here on behalf of my family to share a little bit about my brother, Shane Springer, and his case. He was a skilled and trusted builder who took great pride in his work. He was hardworking, talented, honest, selfless, and had a gentle soul. He is loved and missed every day. Shane has been missing since November 2nd of 2021. He was 47 at the time. There were countless red flags surrounding his disappearance from the start, which should have warranted a complete and thorough investigation. Sadly, everything just stops after a couple weeks, and families are left on their own. Almost a year later, a bystander found a human arm and hand just 1.5 miles from Shane's property, but nearly 8 miles from where his truck was found and he was reportedly missing from. We waited another 9 months or so for DNA to confirm that it was Shane's. Within the first few days of his disappearance, we knew that this was going to be the outcome, and we also knew that it wasn't on his own accord. We are now at the point in which we need to find more evidence in hopes of moving his investigation forward. All of our missing loved ones deserve to be found. They deserve the most basic of human rights, and that is to have a proper burial. And in the cases of foul play, they deserve justice. Our families need help. We need some sort of resolve, and we need law enforcement to view each and every one of these cases like they are people that matter, regardless of the circumstances. Remember their names, their faces, and please share their stories until we can bring them home. We are forever grateful for the people that continue to advocate for our family and the families of the many other missing people. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Baroni. I am the older sister of Bailey Blunt, who is currently missing out of Humboldt County. On the day of September 22nd, she went up to the property that she was staying in with her ex-boyfriend, Tyler Burrows, to retrieve her belongings so that she could move out. A few hours later, she called for help to a few people, that he was waving a gun around and that he was drunk, and then she was never to be heard of or seen again. Later that evening and over the next day and a half, Tyler Burrows assaulted 2 more people, was hiding in a trailer park down in Salyer, and then was seen in Bailey's truck in Reading and in Medford. About 30 days later, he was found hiding in an encampment in Oregon with Bailey's truck and Bailey's dog, but no sign of Bailey. He was very shortly questioned, and then ultimately was transferred back to Trinity County, held on a separate crime, and is currently out and living back in Oregon. At this point, the investigation is still ongoing. Humboldt County Sheriff's Department has told us that they do believe that they are no longer looking for her as a missing person and that they believe that she's deceased, but we have no whereabouts on finding her body. So we ask that hunters and mushroomers all keep a lookout while they're out in the woods in the area of Blue Lakes, Willow Creek, Salyer area. And if you have any information, please call it in immediately to either the Humboldt County Sheriff's Department, Candace Cooley's tip line, or NorCal Alliance's anonymous tip line. Thank you all for following the story and keeping up to date. It's been a long nightmare for our family that just doesn't get to end until we can bring her home and lay her to rest. So thank you.
I always planned to put my parents to rest together. I never expected to lose both of them so young, let alone in the same year or just a couple months apart. While it's still unknown if my father's alive or just missing, he deserves more than what he's been given. He deserves a better investigation than what's gone on. We deserve answers. And if my mom were still around, this would break her heart. So I'm really glad she's not. But I wish that I could find out, because my dad deserves answers and he deserves to be honored. He was an amazing man. He touched the lives of so many people. There are so many hearts that are broken because of the events that have transpired. And I just hope that we can keep his memory alive, because he deserves that. My dad was the nicest, kindest, most caring person that I've ever had the privilege of meeting and being raised by. There are so many of my values that I've learned and carry because of him. And I wouldn't be the person I am without the parents that I had. And it's just heartbreaking to know that we still don't have any answers. And my dad's been missing since July. This is my first Christmas without them. And it's the hardest one I've ever had.
Hi, on behalf of my family and I just want to give a special thank you to Danny for helping us find my missing sister. Within just a few weeks of her flyers being posted, we were able to safely locate and find my sister. And I just want to say thank you so much to Danny for calling me, taking the time to text me, taking the time to follow up with me, and just giving me advice during this extremely difficult time for my family and I. Just want to say thank you so much again, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I appreciate everything that you guys are doing.
My name is Michelle Murphy, and my little brother Jonathan Pogue went missing 93 days ago, October 11th, 2024, from Reno, Nevada. He was headed for Utah the last time I spoke to him, and he never made it, and he's just vanished. No one has heard from him. Nobody's seen him. Nobody, which is unlike him, to just go this long without contacting somebody in our family, especially me, his big sister. Jonathan is on foot. He has no phone. He has no wallet. And I want my little brother back. He's 6 foot, brown hair, brown eyes, and he's loved and missed very much. And Jonathan, if you see this, I love you. Please contact me. Contact somebody in our family, because I'm scared and I want you to come home.
Hi, my name is Derek Salazar. I am the biological brother of Nicole Salazar, which has been missing for over 30 years now. I wanted to say thank you to Danny Gutierrez and Missing America and their company for all the support they did with me in 2024. And to my sister Nicole, if you're listening, I love you and I will see you soon. And to everybody else, Happy New Year's. Keep it up, Missing America. We thank you.
Are you unmuted, Jazz? No,
Oh,
you're
no,
muted.
I'm muted. It's a good thing I'm not a professional podcast person.
Okay,
because
so
I would
this
get
is
fired.
right. So this is funny. So I did this video, and for people who know me, know I am not a graphics person. I could talk to you about Peterbilts and lumber and dogs, but this was my first assignment that I wanted to do. So we have some fixing to do on the video. Michael's didn't get in there, but don't worry, Tina and Parrish, when we actually put it out, the link out, it'll be there. But yeah, now I can kind of see where things go wrong. So just so everybody knows, that was my first one. I'm kind of okay with it. It got the point across, right? These families need help, and that is all that matters, is trying to help them and trying to bring their loved ones home. And you know, I spend so much time organizing searches and with law enforcement and families that I've been trying to get this out since, I don't know, the second week in January, and today it had to happen. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
It was good. We can fix the music tomorrow. It's not a big deal. It was
Yeah,
really good.
yeah. It
good.
just skipped around. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we
so
got. You go.
yeah, one of the things that that I thought about when I was watching that was how many people who are missing by choice, and if they were to see their family out on the internet saying, please, you know, we realize you may not want to come home, but please let us know that you're okay. And you know, I think that any missing person, it's understandable if you don't want to have anything to do with your family or your friends, if you just want to start over. I respect that, but at least have the decency to let the people that love you know that you're alive and you're okay, because they are going through the worst heartache that you can't even imagine. At least send them a message so you're alive.
And they can do it through us. They can do it through Missing in America Network. They can do it through Dylan's Legacy. We both have email addresses that all you do is reply a conversation. It is something that it does happen. And Jazz and I, in our short time together, which feels like a lifetime, but it really hasn't been that long. We've had some cases that end up that way. So, you know, we just always want to make sure when we deal with families that think that, hey, maybe this loved one is out there, and we're doing some of those now, that we say, here's a safe place. Look, you can just reach out and you could take a screenshot of yourself. You can just call and tell us something about yourself and hear your voice that, hey, tell my parents, I don't know, this was my favorite color of popsicle, and tell them I'm okay, right? Stuff that we wouldn't know. And we really need to get that safety net out there, because unfortunately it does happen. Yeah, and Tina, like some people disappear. Some people want to exit a situation. We don't ever know the why, but we don't judge. We're here to try to bring them back to their families. Like I agree. Like I can't imagine not talking to my mom every day. Every other day, then it's like, what's going on? Why aren't we talking? So we got to be very, very sympathetic and understanding. Give somebody, regardless of what they want to talk about, a safe place to go. I was that person. I will tell all you guys this. I was that person when Dylan went missing. Oh my goodness, Jazz, remember the stuff you and I used to talk about? It was the most crazy cartel, vigilante groups being held hostage, and Jazz kind of backed me up and said, no, listen to what you're saying. And now I've become that person that I can say, hang on, let's back this up and listen to what you're saying, because that's how desperate we get. So that's why we just keep the awareness, just keep it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the thing about when you have somebody that goes missing, every, you know, crazy theory that somebody comes to you with, you want to latch onto it because you're desperate for to find the answers. You're desperate to find out what happened. And so, you know, I don't think it's crazy when people say that, oh, you know, somebody told me this and I'm going to believe it. But you gotta look at it with a little bit of reality. And then, you know, the other thing that I thought about when we were watching that, Candace, was how important it is to tell every one of those heartbroken people who have a missing person that they are not alone, that we
They're
are
not
here,
alone.
and there is a huge group of people throughout the United States that advocate for missing people, and they have open arms to all these people, and they don't have to go through it alone. We are here for them. And
So yeah, and people got to remember, in different cases and different times and different things go on. Yeah, so we got Dylan back. We were able to lay him in rest. We got a conviction, but now I'm stressed over having we got a parole hearing in 2.5 years. 2.5 years for shooting my son twice in the head. So now I've been connecting with other families that have went through parole hearings because I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, in Utah, we had to give our statements beforehand. We can't even talk in this one. So now I'm learning. I still have this whole group of moms that were of missing people that I still love to death and become some of my best friends. And now I'm gaining this new group of friends that are teaching me, okay, this is what you can expect. And this is what you can think about when you got to walk into this parole hearing. So it is not just, it's not a one and done. It's support groups that you find all the way through this craziness. And then you learn how to support others. And that is so important that we're kind, we're caring. We don't re-victimize. We're not judging. It doesn't matter the situation. What matters is you bring your loved one home, you get justice, or you bring them home and justice isn't needed. And then if you do get justice, then you're thrown into a whole nother process. It doesn't just end with getting justice. It's a whole nother process. So yeah, we work through it and we just want a safe place for parents to go. I needed a safe place, and I didn't have one in the beginning. And when I finally got one, it changed everything. I can't even put into words how much it changed.
yeah, that's okay. You can't give up. You got to keep pushing them.
Yep. Yeah.
I believe it. I hear that a lot, actually. Yeah, the more awareness, the more people out there that they keep it alive. They keep the case from going cold. For sure. Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming and watching the video.
Yes.
And hopefully you'll share it, and these families will get a lot of awareness.
Not until we fix it, Jazz.
Okay,
Not until
we'll
I fix
we'll
it.
fix it tomorrow.
I'll
Put it
fix
out.
it. Okay, I'll fix it tomorrow and we'll put it out.
Yeah. But thank you, everybody, for caring. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing. Thank you. And this is a day that we don't love, National Missing Persons Day, but it's a necessary day because of how many people we have that are missing.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're fine, Charlie. When we fix it, it'll share correctly. It's fine. I said I got to remember to log in next time. So yes, everybody have a great evening. Thank you. Just keep pushing forward. Keep sharing these. Pay attention to Missing in America Network and Dylan's legacy. What we're sharing, who we're trying to help. I sink my heart in these cases. My heart breaks for these parents because I was one and I get it. So it is everything we can do for them, we will.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.